Welcome, everybody. Good afternoon. We are Forec. We are here today to present our company and, of course, our tires recycling system with all our innovations and, of course, we hope some good performances from our systems. So this is Luisa. I'm the marketing manager of Forec, working here since 2008. And today, together with me, Mr. Marco Zoccarato, who is the CEO and also the general manager of Forec.
Welcome, everybody. I'm glad to have you here today and talk a little bit about our company.
Today's agenda will be a state of the art of the company. So we're not speaking only about who Forec is, but exactly the point of our business, yes, of course, the state of the art. And then the reason why you are connected to this webinar is the tires recycling system. So we will speak about our technology, our innovation, and our case histories, of course, in order to give you a real and concrete idea of what we do and where. So now I leave the word to Mr. Zoccarato, who will speak about Forec.
Before going through the interesting things and the technical part of the presentation, I would like to share with you the satisfaction concerning the growing of Forec and the success of Forec, despite, unfortunately, the COVID situation. This growing certifies that the philosophy that we apply on the market is the right way to achieve great target. As you know, we are a company absolutely customer-oriented. We pay great attention to after-sales service, and all our installation and machines are as unique as DNA strengths. This means that we work and we match our skill with the knowledge of the customer in order to make some kind of tailor-made project with the goal to realize the perfect system to solve the recycling issue that our customer has. I like to use a couple of letters, the R and the E. Re as recycling, that is our core business and our mission. Forec was born with the ambitious purpose to give new life to everyday produced scraps, with a hand to preserve the environment. Re as a relationship. We are absolutely sure that a great project is a result of a great relationship between supplier and customer. That's why in Forec we are a team of professionals who pay careful attention to meet customer expectation in terms of reliability, performance, and operation costs. And then you know, we are Italian, and for us the relationship is really important. We used to forge strong and lasting partnership. Re as research, because behind a good realization, behind a good installation, there are hours and hours of research and design of reliable systems from our engineers, who are supported by a database of statistics on performance. We also share innovative ideas with a network of technological partners and we look for a continuous update of regulations and market trends. We commit all our efforts to achieve the best result. We as realize, because every project needs to become a perfect installation to process any kind of waste. Realization also because we need to work on tailor-made solutions, sometimes like a custom design fingerprint to meet customers' needs. Our team develops and realizes turnkey systems for solid waste disposal and recycling, putting in the strong and continuous effort in research. Last but not least is reactive. Because we are a fast-moving company in terms of answer, in terms of support to our customers. We supply any kind of parts needed all around the world, supported by around 2,000 square meters of spare part warehouse and stock. 10 teams of intervention, call centers, and remote assistance we use to assist the customer from the beginning, and accurate consultancy, matching together the experience of our partner with ours. Now have a look to the following video, which better explain why we are always a step forward with you. I hope you enjoyed the video, and a link to the last part of the video. I would like to give you an overview of our main products because, of course, we produce complete system, turnkey system, tailor-made projects, but each plant is composed by different kind of machines. We have about 60 different models in our range of products, starting from the two-shaft shredder, going through the four-shaftshredder, rotary shading machine, a multi-crusher, mainly used in municipal solid waste, single-shaftshredder, granulators, mainly for plastic recycling, compact arm hammer mill, dedicated overall in the metal scrap processing. So these machines are, as a result, useful for different applications. For example, waste to energy project, tire recycling project, scrap. And when we talk about scrap, you know, we are referring to a very large sectors in terms of electronics, starting from refrigerators, that is very high technology systems, household washing machines, and going through them to a dedicated system for ferrules and no ferrules treatment, the processing. We are also involved in a lot of projects in plastics recycling, and also in the copper and wire and electronic motors for copper recovery, of course.
Okay, thanks, Marco. Thanks for your presentation. So now we go on with the reason for this webinar, which is the tires recycling system. As Marco informed you, so Forec is manufacturer of single machine and also complete installations for the treatment of tires. But to start speaking of tires, we would like to define which kind of tires we are speaking about. The most common scraps are car tires, truck, and pre-cut dumper truck tires. Okay, so when a tire no longer has the indispensable characteristics for safe and efficient performance on a vehicle, even through retreading, it becomes out of use. So it becomes a waste. It must therefore be collected for recovery and recycling, which takes place in special plants. The rubber from which the tire is made up, in fact, is a mixture of very high quality polymers with exceptional chemical and physical characteristics that remain unaltered even in recycled rubber obtained from it. So end-of-life tires can be sent towards 2 alternative options, which is, first of all, recycling, from which new materials such as rubber, steel, and textile fibers are obtained, or recovered as energy in ad hoc plants, which are mainly cement factories. ELT, which means exactly end-of-life tires, in fact, have a calorific power equal to that of coal, but with much lower climate-altering emissions. For material recycling, the ELT are sent to special plants that, through mechanical grinding, reduce them into smaller and smaller fragments until the 3 components of the tires are separated, so rubber, steel, and textile fibers. So the treatment of end-of-life tires has always been a problem for all the areas in the world. So from the most industrialized area, where the presence of many vehicles causes a large quantity of waste, to the most remote areas, where unfortunately this type of hazardous waste is stored in the vast abandoned areas with harmful consequences for the environment. As you can see in this picture, often these waste are cause of fires. And this has also some important consequences for the health of the people, because such an area is ideal environment for the proliferation of diseases and pests. So now let's speak about Forec projects and Forec and the treatment of end-of-life tires. So Forec, as we told you, produces single machines and complete system for the treatment of any type of solid, urban and industrial waste. And for almost 15 years has been present on the market with reliable and effective solutions. Forec's complete system allowed to obtain a rubber granule with a size between 0.8 and 4 millimeter. And with this recycled rubber, innovative and eco-sustainable products are made. These products find application in sectors that are very different one from the other. So from products for the building industry, such as acoustic insulation and vibration damping, to sports with playgrounds, soccer pitches, multi-purpose sports flooring, and products for animal welfare, for instance. There are also the sector of roads and infrastructures, where alongside modified silent and durable asphalts, we find cycle paths, street furniture, and elements for road safety. So the panorama is completed also by design products, so some objects and new compounds made by combining recycled rubber and thermoplastics material. So various treatment lines of this type have been installed by Forec in different areas of the world and are currently operational. Over time, however, it has been noticed that the supply of granules of this size is much higher than the demand, and sometimes the market value does not justify the investment. For this reason, and especially in some specific geographical areas, projects aimed at using a shredded rubber granule reduced to a size that can be used by cement plants as a high yield fuel, given the calorific value of the rubber, are underway. So the energy recovery of ELT, in fact, is a fundamental component for ensuring 100% of the virtuous cycle of ELT recovery. So this process starts with a volume reduction. So the primary shredder, Forec primary shredder, is the right machine for this. Primary shredder is an efficient and robust industrial counter-rotating shredder designed for effective performance during the treatment that involves a reduction in volume and shredding of materials with a partial control of output size. This is designed to achieve high torque, and this machine operates with low RPM, so revolution per minute, and therefore feature very low consumption. The shredder blades are made of special steel, sometimes with screw cutting sectors, and ensure long life cycle and reduced maintenance. As you can see here, there is a plant. This is one of our plants that we have recently installed in Abu Dhabi. And the title of this slide is Tyre derived fuel. So the term TDF, so Tyre derived fuel, is used to indicate tire fuel. So the energy recovery from ELT, so from end-of-life tires, derived materials, is mainly carried out in cement factories, whose high operating temperatures ensure compliance with emission limits and allow to make the most of the high calorific value of rubber, which is comparable to that of pet coke. Moreover, the use of this process allows to recover combustion residues, ashes and steel, as materials, which are incorporated into the finished product, thus avoiding the use of further virgin raw materials with, of course, environmental and economic benefits for companies and also for the community. In order to obtain a very good tire-derived fuel, Forec has designed, projected, produced, and also installed, and now is operative, the new TX1600. And also, of course, speaking of WTE, so waste to energy, the most delicate phases is that of primary shredding of the product of TDF. And this treatment requires, in fact, that the output product be of well-defined dimensions and with the characteristic of a clean cut and not frayed. So considering the importance of this waste, Forec has developed the TX1600 shredder with the aim of meeting the specific requirements of this market segment, without, of course, neglecting the productivities as keeping an eye on the relationship with the production costs. So now we have here a data, which is the dimension of the output material, which is from 50 to 80 millimeters. And here is an example of the clean cut material. So the clean cut is very, very important in this moment. So the TX1600 has a very sturdy structures, 2 motors of 132 kilowatt each, an easy way to replace the cutting plate. So there are cutting plates and not single blades. There are some guiding shafts on the cutting chamber, which used to help the tires entering the cutting area. The input capacity is up to 8 tons per hour, and this is a very great result that we achieved. The output dimension, as I told you, from 50 to 80 millimeter. And as we said before, this is the perfect product for the cement factories. So the machine has been specifically designed for the so-called clean cut, which means, as we told you before, a shredded material with a defined dimension and without frayed steel wire. This frayed steel wire means really difficulties to process the scrap inside the cement furnace. That's why the clean cut is a great goal that we achieved with this machine. So here is a short video for the line we have recently installed in Abu Dhabi. So the customer was interested in getting a clean cut material. So please take a look at the video. So just to summarize what we have seen till now, so this is a simplified representation of the line, which starts, as already explained, with the primary shredder to have a rough cutting of the tires. For the complete line, we do not need perfect clean cut and the calibration of the output material, but a simple volume reduction is enough to be further processed by a secondary shredder, a grinder, which is a single shaft shredder with a sieve underneath to define the output size of 20 to 25 millimeters. The line continues with the granulation. So we use a faster turning milling machine with a sieve in order to obtain a crumb rubber of dimension inferior to 4 millimeters. The process does not end with the shredding, of course, but we have designed a system to collect all the dusts and textile left during the process. So different points for the separation of the metal fraction and the final collection of secondary raw material. This installation is an example. Of course, this is a system to process 3 tons per hour. But Forec, as we said before, used to tailor-made his machines and installation according to customer requests. So this is one example, but we have complete installation, for instance, for the treatment of tires to process 2, 3, 5 tons per hour, 6. So, but we do not fix a limit to our potentialities. So this is an anticipation of our case histories. This is an installation working in Belarus, a company including a technological park for the treatment of waste in Minsk that has chosen us, has chosen Forec for the supply of a complete line for the treatment of tires initially. This line can process 6 tons per hour. And then they completed their technological park with a refrigerators treatment line and a e-scrap treatment line. So just to summarize how a big structure for the recycling can be done. On the right, you can see the crumb rubber they get from the installation. Actually, we used to have 3 different dimensions in output: a dust, which was almost a pulverized crumb rubber, a second output from 1 to 2 millimeter, and the last one from 2 to 4. So seeing is believing. Just to inform you that our installation is real and our customers too. We can show, of course, you our technology in action, both by our premises. So we have a testing area with the possibility to do some in-house tests with your own product. And sometimes we have some warm and hospitable customer who are using Forec machines that allow us to test or to see their activity from inside. On our website and on our YouTube channel, you can have a clear overview of our plants and the machines produced by Forec. So at the end of this webinar, we will give you all the details and our link in order to see our production. So as I promised at the beginning, some case histories. These are installations which are placed all over the world. This is, for instance, a system for the TDF, the argument we dealt with before. So this is an installation for the generation of value from tires. So they produce cutted tires to produce energy to be sent to the cement factory. This is our secondary shredder, which is a grinder. The name of this machine is MR, and this is the output material that it gives, which is shredded tires of about a medium dimension of 20 to 30 millimeters. In this state, there is textile and metal fraction inside, but with the following steps of the installation, these scraps are separated from the tire, from the rubber. This is another example of tire-derived fuel installation. And these are 3 steps of the complete installation. So in the first part, you can see some screw conveyors, suction system, pneumatic transportation, all the system which are useful for the separation of textile and metal scraps, metal fraction from the rubber. And also the 3 dimensions that are in the output of the installation. So at the end of the webinar, we kindly invite you to visit our website, to subscribe, of course, our newsletter in order to be updated concerning our news. And we kindly ask you to get in touch with us for any requests of linked to the recycling sector. We are at your complete disposal. So just to close, profit is not a dirty word. I think that we have understand this from the whole webinar. And this is our motto. So a step forward with you, because we would like to confirm that we are always next to our customer in order to help them and assist them in getting the best solution for their recycling experience and issues. So thank you very much, and let's hope to see you very soon, maybe in person. Thank you. Bye-bye.